Is an absent WWE star returning to Raw tonight? Plus, an AEW star suffers an undisclosed injury, and a Raw star is teasing a gimmick change. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Tonight, does Damage Control come to an end?
Perhaps. Should we tell them what's going on, Tom?
We should tell them what's going on.
PW Insider says there is no expectation that Bayley will leave the WWE. Her recent post on Twitter and Instagram not considered an indication of impending departure. Worked Wrestling note that Bayley is listed internally as available to use for Monday Night Raw this week.
There was some speculation that Bayley was going to wrap up her time in WWE. This came after a lot of posts over the run-up to WrestleMania week about the romance story of WrestleMania and how the romance came to an end after their loss, and it was a message that very much felt like a farewell. We saw Monday Night Raw that she wasn't there at all last week, but Dakota Kai and Io Sky were. I didn't think there was even much of a reference to Bayley.
No, I think that was one of the main things that sort of stirred people talking, was that there was no mention on commentary of Bayley when Kai and Sky came out.
No, and they lost quite quickly to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in their contest as well. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer says that whilst there is nothing official on the books for as time of recording, a Damage Control breakup could be taking place soon. So it's very likely that we could see Bayley back as soon as tonight.
Yep.
And they could draw a line under the Damage Control triumvirate.
Which I wouldn't be opposed to at this point, Tom.
And it's a shame that we say that, because when they all rocked up at SummerSlam, I was ready for big things. And it kind of never got out of third gear for me.
No, me neither. As you were saying, sort of when they came out at SummerSlam, it felt like this is a changing of the times, because I believe that was the first pay-per-view Triple H was in charge. All the stuff had happened. He'd taken over creative. And it felt like, okay, ushering in a new era. I'm really excited to see where this goes. And then we waited and waited and waited for it to go somewhere, and unfortunately it just never did. Yes, they won the tag team titles. Bayley was chasing the Raw Women's Championship for the longest time. It felt like they should have had all the belts at one point, and then that never really came to fruition, and it's kind of just not, it's not lived up to expectations for me, at least, anyway.
WWE have this thing, and it's funny because I've been a wrestling fan, for as long as, I can remember. It's a horrifying amount of time that I've been on planet Earth and being a wrestling fan. But there was a point in WWF where the frustration was that the belts kept getting moved around, hot shotted, hot potatoes. Like 1999 has the record of most WWF title changes in one calendar year. I think it does anyway. 1999 or two. Definitely 1999, I'm pretty sure. And we went through a stage like that where it was happening all the time, but now we've kind of gone through this thing where you've got these much longer title reigns, which I've always been a proponent of. You've got Roman Reigns, who's held the title, since 1942. You've got Gunther, who is fast becoming the most dominant Intercontinental Champion of all time.
Yep.
Bianca Belair has held the Raw Women's title for over a year now. And I love the fact that we've got these longer reigns. It's a shame that this has happened at the behest of some probably, easy open goal booking, i.e. Cody winning the title, i.e. Bayley and Damage Control holding all the belts.
Yeah, no, I think you've explained it right there. It's a shame as well that you were talking there about sort of the lineage being bestowed back to these titles, yet the women's tag team title doesn't feel like it has that within it, especially not recently. Mainly, I think because I really don't think we saw that many WWE women's title defenses when Damage Control had the belts in the first place anyway. I feel like there was at least a long period of time where they didn't defend them. And
they lost them, and they hot-shotted those as well.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
They moved those back and forth a little bit as well. So you lost a little bit of that, I think. And I think that's probably hampered the growth of Damage Control, which we might see a breakup on Raw tonight.
Yeah.
Easter Monday Raw. The other thing breaking apart from eggs still is the Damage Control.
That was fantastic.
Very tired. Speaking of titles, the future plans for Kenny Omega's IWGP United States title have been revealed, haven't they, Andrew?
They certainly have. So New Japan announced Sunday that Kenny Omega will defend his IWGP US title against the winner of a 4-man tournament featuring Hiroshi Tanahashi, Will Ospreay, Lance Archer, and Juice Robinson. So Archer will take on Robinson at Collision in Philadelphia on Sunday, April 16th, while Tanahashi versus Ospreay is set for Resurgence Independence in Long Beach, California on Sunday, May 21st. And then the finals will take place at Dominion in Osaka, Joe Hall on Sunday, June 4th.
So Omega losing the belt here, or is this just another
I don't
notch
know.
on the metaphorical bedpost for Omega?
I feel like there's a few ways this could go. Kenny can either retain it, and perhaps we see something at the All In show against Kenny and Will Ospreay for the belt there. Will wins it and then goes back to Japan. Maybe, because now we see that Jay White's come back and there's like this little Bullet Club thing going on. Maybe Juice Robinson picks up the belt and then starts something there within the Bullet Club too. Lance Archer's good. He can win it. He's fantastic. I love Lance Archer. Hiroshi Tanahashi couldn't win it as well. I'm happy with that too.
You are so sat on the fence there. I'm surprised you haven't got splinters. I think this is an easy setup for should he be ready and good to go an Ospreay Omega rerun at Dominion.
I think that makes that's a very good shout.
That's
actually
the feeling in my waters, and maybe this is where Ospreay beats Omega.
Oh,
and then you have the rematch either later in the year or you hold your colour till Wrestle Kingdom next year.
That's a good shout.
And you do it all over again, because they've even said in that first match they had in January that we've only just begun, as the Carpenters said, and then they've got a lot in the tank for those two for their next matches. Speaking of New Japan and AEW crossovers, Eddie Kingston has been pulled from Collision in Philadelphia, citing an undisclosed injury. Comes from a statement from New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was revealed that he'll be replaced in that match against Gabriel Kidd by reigning AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy. Ooh. Should Cassidy retain his title this week on Dynamite against Buddy Matthews, that means that Kidd will be the next challenger for the international title.
Oh, that's quite exciting.
Great shout for Gabriel Kidd. Excited to see what the former Lifeboat Man can do. Don't think he wants to be calling him the Lifeboat Man anymore, but Gabriel Kidd's phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely.
We saw him up close and personal at North, didn't we? About
that was
2
a
months
big
ago.
surprise. Yeah, really, really exciting. And he still absolutely can go. Like, no one's business. Is great.
Seek out. I was going to do a cheeky plug for North. Do seek out on Fight North Wrestling, which features Gabriel Kidd versus Liam Slater from the other month.
And
I'm on there as well. I do the commentary for it. It's what it is. But then also North Wrestling has the show from this weekend, the NCL Cup, going up on Fight Plus very, very soon as well. Big things happening in the UK wrestling scene, but that's beside the point. Best wishes to Eddie Kingston. Hate to hear if Eddie's going to be out. We don't have any more details about how long he's out for, why he's out, and what he's out with, but we send our best wishes to Big Eddie and hope for a full and speedy return. We saw a full and speedy return to Monday Night Raw for Matt Riddle this time last week, and could see a possible shift, a tilt in his character, couldn't we?
Yeah, we could. So Matt Riddle's WWE return was featured on a WWE video blog this weekend. Riddle made some comments about his past, present, and future, saying, "Before I left, I beat Seth Rollins in a fight pit in the main event of Extreme Rules. Instead of kind of keeping that ride on, I kind of went back into the goofy Riddle mode, and I feel this time around it's still me. I'm always going to be me, but I want to bring a more serious side to it. I've been working out a lot. I've been training a lot of jiu-jitsu. I just got my black belt, and I really want to showcase my skills and my expertise and show the world I'm also one of the top fighters in the world, and I can take anybody on in this company."
Oh, so possibly a slightly more serious edge to Matt Riddle going forward?
Yeah, I think we saw that in NXT and in Evolve as well, and I think for the longest time that's something that people have wanted to see back from him as well. There were like hints and glimpses of it, I think, when in that feud with Seth Rollins we saw at Clash at the Castle. We were there, and I was like, my God, this feels like Matt Riddle of old a little bit, just like for his ferocity and aggression. And then again in the fight pit too, and I thought, okay, we're going to have a bit of a change in demeanor, a bit of a change in character, and then yes, it went back to Scooter Boy. He was a Scooter Boy.
He said, "See you later, boy." Yeah. You mean you didn't fully enjoy Matt Riddle going around backstage going, "Hey, dude, my hands look like spiders"?
I love the dubs coming out of his feet. I don't know what you mean.
Giraffes now, isn't it?
Giraffes now, yes.
It's funny because he's stoned. That's the joke. I welcome a more serious Matt Riddle. Yeah. I think that's cool.
Definitely, me too.
And we welcome you to the Cultaholic YouTube channel later today, as Ross and I will be tier listing all of John Cena's WrestleMania matches.
All of them?
Wabadoo.
That's a lot of WrestleMania matches.
And do you know what? No spoilers, but it's a mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag.
It's a mixed bag. And you can, agree, disagree, watch along with us later today, youtube.com/Cultaholic. Anything you want to plug?
I might be streaming this evening. Well, I will be streaming. I don't know.
Easter Monday streams.
Easter Monday stream. I'm going to ask Adam if I can do it a bit earlier today, maybe 3 o'clock. It might be 6 o'clock. Still.
No.
Who knows? You'll find out. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll find out.
What are we streamering?
We're streaming the higher powers that be up there have asked if I could do a WWE 2K23 women's career mode stream.
Oh, nice.
Which we are absolutely going to do.
So that is on twitch.tv/Cultaholic today. All being well, keep an eye on our Twitch. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, keep an eye on cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you. Bye.